Train! Compete on the world's most popular game show. Play your cards, build your tracks, launch explosive locomotives to destroy your enemies!
So the trains, those are loaded with explosives?
Yes! Glorious destruction!
Oh, now, this is off the rails. You have a shot at the big bucks and the title of President Conductor.
You are not worthy.
Demolish your friends' faces and dash the hopes and dreams of your family. Battle Train!
So who drives all these trains? Are they like remote controlled?
Yes, they are.
Welcome everyone to the launch live stream of Battle Train, the newest explosive roguelike track-laying deck builder from Terrible Posture Games, Nerd Ninjas, and Bandai Namco. I'm Jonathan, one of the hosts for today, joined by the wonderful Dan.
Guess what? I'm here too, and we are ready to blow up some freaking trains.
Yes, choo-choo! All right, so Dan, let's get into it. What is Battle Train?
Let's get into it. So at the core, this is sort of a roguelike deck and track builder. So you've probably heard of roguelike deck builders before. You know, assembling a card deck, moving through some different experiences, fighting various opponents. In this one, we're taking the concept kind of explores play space. So you're going to be making tracks across a game board. So the game board is very important as well. It's not just I'm going to sit here, throw my cards at the opponent, he's going to throw cards at me. You're going to be exploring space and what that means. So we can get in a run and start looking at how this all works.
Sure, let's hop into our first run right here. So the cool thing, I think, whenever you start a run of Battle Train is you get it's a couple options of like different contestants you get to play as. They all have different starting kits as well. So first, let's see, we have a kit that has extra tracks and an ability card, which we'll get into once we actually start playing a little bit. But let's see what we have here. We have one pressure gauge ability, one mineral rain ability. Ooh, randomly spawns 5 minerals on the half of your board.
Right.
I think that's fun. Let's go with that.
And later on in the game, these characters will also have talents or skills as well. So you'll have an overarching skill that will combine with those cards. So let's say your character is like a miner, like really good at mining minerals. You'll have some kind of talent to go with that. But right now, since this is basically a new save file,
Exactly.
we just have the starting contestants.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So we can see our first node here is gonna be a random mini game. So let's hop right into it. So first off.
Oh, look at that. So we're not even starting with a traditional battle. Since Battle Train is a game show, there's a ton of mini games as well to help you get extra cards, resources, and that kind of thing as you go through. So what we're gonna do here is basically what John wants to do here is angle himself toward those blue cards with the star on them. Those will give him extra cards for his deck for this entire run. The gray cards will give him more cards to help get to those blue cards. And as you can see here, we're laying down track, okay? So it's gonna be more interesting once we get into a match with an opponent, but right now we're just trying to lay our tracks down to get to these various cards in this mini game.
So let's see, we're trying to, let's expand this way. I think going down might be helpful. Let's see. We have a bomb as well, so this might actually be really
You're gonna need
helpful.
that, yeah, you're gonna need that to take out those obstacles.
Yeah.
There you go,
So
perfect.
there are going to be obstacles laid out. You can also have obstacle cards as well when you're actually playing against an opponent to stop them from their advance onto your bases as well.
Now you're kind of out of everything.
Unfortunately, yeah, but it's the first mini game. We didn't have a big deck. It happens. It always happens.
So John got 4 gold there. That wasn't very good. So that's going to make his life a little harder. But again, you're picking your nodes as you go along this path. So basically, we're starting off here. We're going to have some fights, some mini games, then we're going to get to a boss. And hopefully we can beat that boss. We'll see.
Let's see. So this one, another mini game.
So this is kind of a mini game, kind of similar to you're basically going to time it so you whack it when you hit that barrel so you can blow them all up.
Let's hit it right now. Oh, perfect.
It was sort of perfect. You got 2.
Almost.
So, again, the mini games aren't really happening here. That's just going to make the run a little bit harder, but that's okay.
But now
we're going to have, actually, before we even get into a battle here, it looks like we have a story node. So one of the things that's really cool about this roguelite is that the story is advancing the entire time that you're playing. So once you pass the story node, you don't have to see it again. Next time you hit a new story node, the story will continue.
It'll be new content every time. And I have to say, the story in this game is awesome. It reminds me of like a cartoon. It's so good. All the characters are so funny. I love every little bit of it.
Yeah, again, so you're gonna, these story nodes are also tied to other really significant game unlocks as well. So you're gonna want to hit them as you go through, but of course you can take it at your own pace. And you know, Void Fox in chat says, did he take the path where there are no battles? Did take a path with no battles, which is again very rare. I didn't think it could happen either, but we did have a couple of mini games and a story note on this one. I think we got to have at least one battle on this track.
Hopefully.
If we go into the boss fight, the first boss battle without any combat, that's going to be pretty rough. But hey, that's the nature of the roguelike, right? You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Go ahead and skip this. All right, we also, at the end of every story node, you also get new things to add to your train as well. So we can see here all cards with retain gain +1 retain.
So that means a card with retain stays in your hand at the end of your turn, so you can keep it around for playing a strategic play. Oh my gosh, you did take a track with no battles. I can't.
Maybe this one might be in battle.
That's okay, we're gonna see plenty of battles here today, folks. So here we have an option. You can either take this cool shadow box train picture, that gives you an extra 3 gold anytime you play your whole hand, or you can just double his gold right now, but he only has 6 gold. So
let's just go with the one that gives us gold constantly.
Yeah, this has been a very, again, we didn't plan any of this, so this.
That's how roguelites go.
There was no battles on the way to the boss. I think John's gonna get smoked on the boss, but we'll see.
Let's go to the, and here's the first shop, and the first shop is, let's see, you can always spend gold to get new things. Let's add a couple tracks because we didn't, unfortunately.
So we've got 16 gold. So you can't afford any of the cool train parts. The train parts give you really powerful special passive abilities, essentially, and we'll get into those later in the stream, I'm pretty sure. But then, of course, the cards are pretty self-explanatory. You can get track cards and ability cards and bombs and turrets. There's a lot of stuff to get except tracks, but it's best to master the track first.
Yeah, and since we didn't get many from doing any battles, let's go ahead and grab 2. I think that'll be good.
Yeah, you're gonna need all the help you can get for whoever we're facing here. So we are on our first boss encounter here of the run. These offer better rewards and are more challenging than standard fights. We didn't get to see any standard fights so far, so this one's against the Rainbow Valkyrie. Okay, this is an opponent with a very interesting kit. So every boss has their own different kit. Of cards that you can actually acquire over the course of your play. You'll eventually unlock their cards, so you can take their strategies and make them your own. But Rainbow Valkyrie has swords, as you'll see, and some other tricks as well. We'll see what she comes up with over the course of this battle.
So one of the important things, I think, in early sort of gameplay is you want to hit the mines, because a lot of your resources, a lot of the gameplay you need your resources. So a lot of the cards take 1 or 2 pieces of resources, the minerals. So if you're hitting those, your later game is going to be a lot easier because you can play more cards during your turn.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, what we have here, the opponent is building out, you're building out. Basically, those mines that you see on the map, they give you minerals every turn. So those are extra resources to help play your cards. So you kind of want to strike a balance between collecting enough resources and also trying to expand to hit your opponent's outposts, who are also trying to hit your outposts. So as these tracks go across the board, we'll see how that things collide, as the case may be.
Oh, and she was able to hit me just directly damage with one of her cards as well.
We've got basically all track cards in our deck since we haven't really built out a build. Over the course of a standard run, you're going to be able to employ a multitude of strategies over the course of the game. So if you want to put all, sort of spec into turrets, or as they call them, deployables, or mines, or bombs, or any of these other strategies are all available. But right now we just have tracks, so we're gonna have to get creative. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
And the Valkyrie Spear can take out a whole line on the board, so a lot of our tracks just got annihilated by that.
So we're unfortunately gonna have to try to rebuild a little bit. And that also cut us off from our mines as well. So we are gonna lose little resources on our turn, but we can always rebuild.
Yeah, and we've got mineral rain.
Oh, perfect. So this is gonna spawn a lot of minerals on our side, so now we can
some bonus resources to pick up along the way.
Try to rebuild a little bit here.
And again, we're building out, trying to collect some mines, trying to keep away from the opponent. In fact, we're not gonna see it probably right away, but there's a lot of strategy involved in using your tracks to cut off opposing tracks while still building toward their bases. So things can get pretty frisky pretty fast.
Oh, another exclusive card from...
So the Valkyrie card, so basically the Valkyrie can now cast ability cards for very cheap, And they will not exhaust, which means they won't leave the deck, so she'll get to use them more than once. That's pretty nasty, depending on what happens.
All right, let's see if we can continue our building towards the enemy. I think a good card here would be to expand this way and up so we can get back to our track, perhaps.
Okay, we're building back, Look at that.
Perfect.
So your tracks are blue, the opposing tracks are red, and what happens if they connect? We might find out.
We might find out. Let's see. And didn't even get anything too good. And I also ran out of mana. So
yeah, your minerals did run out
yeah,
because
minerals.
Yes, the minerals, definitely not mana. The
Nope.
minerals, chat. Okay.
She has a lot of bonus effects on her side.
Really building up some things here, but still not connected to any of your bases or tracks.
Oh, but now she's blocked me off.
She's blocked you off, and she's connecting to your base here. We want to keep the bases alive. Oh boy, this is bad.
Ooh, 35.
Okay, so this is the first train of the day has been sent out, and it's blowing up on our base. That's not what we want, but it did happen. So as you can see, when the train does connect with the base, it does AoE damage around the entire thing. So there's a lot of strategic depth in when and how to shoot your trains out at opposing bases as well. And that was the most basic train. There's a lot of different things you can do with the trains. Right now, we're just getting the basics down. And we've connected to an opposing base now as well, so we can send out our own train.
And let's go ahead and do that. So this is the first train attack that we're shooting out today.
And we have connected for a good amount of damage, and of course, it blows up everything around it.
So we still have some minerals left, so let's continue building out our track.
I'm very concerned about this one, though. Valkyrie is a nasty opponent. Valkyrie's got a lot of tricks.
Especially as our first opponent, too.
So we didn't know which boss this was going to be either. It could have been quite a few different ones from a pool, and it is the Valkyrie, and I think we might be cooked, chat.
Nah, I think we got it. All right, let's see. Almost expanding to over to their side. And you know, guys, I think this game is great, so let's see. Oh, wait, maybe this way. And you know, if you guys are, you know, wanting to try the game out yourself, we also have some codes to give away as well for the game. Just on Twitch, if you're on Twitch, just go ahead and type #BattleTrain in chat, and you'll be entered for a giveaway to win a code for the game of your choice on Nintendo Switch or PC.
And that is for US residents only for this one.
Yes.
Sorry, gang.
Oh gosh, where are we? Let's see.
And we'll be doing giveaways across the course of the entire stream. We've got more than one code to give away, so stay tuned and slam that hashtag in chat.
Remember, #BattleTrain in chat.
It's the best battle train, #BattleTrain. And while we reconnect our tracks over here, we'll get those code giveaways cooking.
I think we actually have one. Nice.
Wow. You're actually way better at this than I thought.
I'm trying to make it work. Oh, I didn't notice you put an obstacle down,
You know,
too.
the barrier was down, so that did
Yeah.
slow your train down a little bit. So it did take some damage off of it. But you know what? We're still in pretty good shape for
We are chugging along.
For having a deck that only has basic tracks in it, I think we're actually doing really great.
We are chugging along. I think that is all that I can really play here. So let's go ahead and end our turn.
Uh-oh, the Valkyrie shield. So,
More
yeah,
barricades.
Very thematically
More
Valkyrie, right? We got
barricades.
swords, we got shields, rainbows, lightning bolts, you know, everything I associate with Valkyries, really.
Ooh, another big attack coming in from Rainbow
Yeah.
Valkyrie.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
Okay, we are down to 15 health. We are down to 15 health. I have a bad feeling about this, chat.
Let's see. Maybe we can pull it through. Hopefully. Let's see. Ooh. Where are we looking at? This is.
You know, maybe, and I'm just floating this. Maybe the route with too many games and a question mark wasn't the right one to take. But hey, who knows? It's a roguelike. We'll just saddle up.
Surprises are abound, Dan. You don't know what you could be running into on
The train will ride again, because I have a feeling this one, we might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Well,
Okay, we're connecting. You know what? We're not taking this lying down. I like that.
we are trying to fight the fight, you know? Let's see, we can also even try one of these. Blast that away.
Oh, interesting. We're going
I
for the.
don't have a elbow piece.
You know, you could have just blown up the base with that bomb. Just saying.
Oh, I always forget that one. Let's see. I can still. Let's see.
I'm just saying. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
There we go.
So that is
Okay.
one base down.
Now you just need to do another 40 damage to the opponent before they do 15 to you. The odds are not in your favor.
Dan, you.
But you do have two. Hang on. There is a silver lining here. You do have two bases left, so that's
Two
likely
versus
gonna
one.
likely going to take a little more effort. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Rainbow charge. Rainbow charge is active. The swords are coming. The swords are out, folks.
Oh no.
Spear. Ah.
Everything has been disconnected.
Okay, that was not great. And now everything's disconnected. All of the tracks are the Valkyries now. It's Valkyrie's world, and we're just living in it, and we're not living very well.
But thankfully, she didn't send anything out our way, so we can still make this work.
I believe. Okay, I don't really believe,
Dan.
but we're learning, we're playing, and that's the most important part. You know, in a roguelike, you never walk in expecting to win on the first try, the second try, the 10th try. You know, you always really want to kind of get in there and figure out how things work over time as you learn the game and unlock some things. And you do unlock things in this game as well. So there's lots of cards and maybe even some other really big surprises to unlock over the course of the game. And I do believe in John here, I do. I gotta tell you that.
I think?
But just this run has kind of been cursed since the beginning, so we'll see. Maybe we can run another one back after this.
Oh, I think I'm 10 damage away.
No.
Oh,
those,
5 away.
those barriers.
If only that barrier wasn't there, I almost actually pulled it through.
So Chad, as you may have noticed, you can put down obstacles to interfere with your opponent's trains. And those barriers have been doing a lot of work for the Valkyrie here. I think they cost us like enough damage to have won this match already several times over. Oh, the Valkyrie's thinking it's never good.
Nope. And we can't unfortunately attack next turn because we have cooldowns. You can only send a train out every other turn.
Under normal rules, each
Yes.
station can only send a train every 2 turns. And both of our train stations are currently on cooldown.
So I think
Now, there are there are ways that you can reduce or even extend those cooldowns. You can maybe make the cooldowns longer, but maybe the trains hit even harder. So there's all kinds of ways to manipulate how you want to play the game and take your play styles and strategies into things as you learn the game. And for John here, he's learning very quickly with these basic track cards. And actually, I think he's done a really good job considering.
yes, but I'm trying to think of the best way to cut her off for a turn. But it looks like the only thing we can do is connect to her tracks, and that is pretty bad for us in any way. So let's just end my turn there and hope she doesn't have anything.
You know, spoiler alert, she definitely has some things.
Oh,
Okay, we're
I think that
they're connected on it. We're connected. Yeah, it's over.
There.
Oh no, wait.
4 minerals left on her side.
Four minerals left. She's destroying tracks. Does she? Is her train cooldown up? Because she is
Hit
connected
it.
to you.
Her train cooldown is up. Oh, but she handed it off to me.
Is it? Was it up? Oh, anyway, whatever. Hey, sounds good to me. Let's let's keep the train rolling, so to speak.
Let's see. We just need.
You could do this. You could do
Yeah,
this.
I
You
think
could
I got
totally
it.
do this.
Nope, not that one.
There's a way.
Not.
You know what I always say? Where there's a train track, there's a way. That's a classic phrase.
I think I can do it this way and then connect it like that.
Ooh.
Not.
What
connect-
are we doing?
Oh,
here?
what did I do?
What on earth are we doing?
Oh, I was not looking at that right. I thought I connected
You know,
it.
I don't recommend you go into engineering. You know?
Wait, can I fix this? No.
I don't think there's any way to fix the situation right now. You may have just cooked yourself.
So that.
That's an interesting bomb.
That bomb is not going to help us at all. I thought it was
Not
going
right
to go
now.
off.
If they manage to throw this next turn,
They might be able to. Let's see.
then you could still then you're in good shape.
Oh, I think. Man, I was not looking at that right. I thought I had that. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Let's
Anyway, yeah, great to have you all here today checking out the game, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. We're going to have some surprises for you in store over the
and
course of the
there-
stream. And
Wait.
they blew up the barrel.
She blew the barrel, meaning that she blew up her own Oh, we did it. We did it, chat.
I don't know that we did it. We kind of, well, yeah, I guess that was definitely something. Moving right along, we did get as you can see here, we got an awesome Valkyrie train piece to take along. Depending on the boss that you beat, they're going to have train parts that you can collect that will completely change the way you play. We are at 5 health going into the second
zone. Ooh, what do we think? Let's head down the middle path, I think. You think so, Dan?
You know, the bottom path looks good. The middle, either one. I mean, you got 5 health, so you're gonna have to be very careful.
You know what? 5 health in a dream is what I always say.
Yeah.
Let's go down the middle path. Let's try
Okay.
out the middle path. Let's go. Another fight. So as you fight more and more enemies, you'll be getting a look at this battlefield.
Okay, so yeah, so you're playing off against the mad scientist here. Every character you play against in this game has their own sort of theme and deck and style. So I am not really sure what the mad scientist does, but this board looks very mad science-y. That's a technical term. So wow, this is really congested and really aggressive. So I really doubt our fight. We have 2 and 3 health
on both of our bases. let's head into that. Let's see. So that's
Hey, it's a good opener, right? You know, you got one of their bases. Now we just have to get the other one before they get you. But
before they get us.
there's only like 2 squares away between you and the base, so this is gonna be rough. This is a very, as you can see, because there is a board and that kind of thing, it adds a lot of depth and strategy to the game. In this one, we're super packed. It's very claustrophobic here. And there's nowhere to run, which is really bad for our low health state. As the mad scientist charges forward with a big hit, we now have 3 health. But hey, you know, 3 health is all you need. That's a famous song.
The only HP that matters is the last one, Dan.
That's true. You only need 1.
You only need 1.
As long as you have 1, we're still golden.
Let's see. 5 by 5. Not good on. Oh.
Uh-oh. Toxic waste.
Into the enemy
They
deck.
have shuffled. They're shuffling toxic waste into your deck. This game's not going to go long enough for that to be relevant, I think, though. So that's definitely an edge on our part.
It says if this card is
So-
still in your hand, one of your out. We gotta play this then because
It's
we
sort
will
of- yeah.
lose if we let it stay. in our hand.
Or you can just kill them, and then you won't have to worry about it.
I think we can make it happen. I don't think we can make it happen, Dan.
But yeah, it's kind of a classic, you know, sort of a rogue-like thing where you have ways to mess with your opponent's deck as well as advance your own deck. So the mad scientist is stuffing those toxic waste cards into our deck that we're going to have to deal with, kind of annoying, and sort of just trying to frustrate us while we try to get to his base here.
And we are running out of like spaces to place things.
There is no room on this
Yeah,
planet.
this-
But,
this-
again, and that's kind of probably the mad scientist's strategy, right? Is to make everything so you can't get to his base and then stuff toxic waste in your deck so you die from the waste.
Oh, but looks like we are pulling through and getting him for 20.
Nice. Look, we're still alive, chat. Still alive.
3 HP in a dream.
3 HP. The best HP.
Got some gold, and we can add another card to our deck. So let's see what we have. We have 2 track decks, and we also have an ability card. Trim the sails. For 3 turns, increase your train base damage by 10.
Yeah, but it costs 3.
It's pretty expensive.
I kind of like the super track there. The big,
Yeah, the little Y one we have right here. Let's go with that. All right. Chugging along with our 3 HP.
All right, I think this is probably gonna end our run here. But I've been surprised twice already.
Oof. As you can see
All right.
here, they have a little fun barricade that we
Oh
have
my
to
goodness.
blast through.
Yeah, we're taking on the Druid Bandit here, and he's a little bit hardier than our last opponent. He has a ton of obstacles. Look at that. He's completely walled in on his north base. We only have 1 base.
Yes, we are working with only 1.
And we have to defeat 2 bases. So yeah, this is, you know what? I did say we were going to lose the last 2 rounds. So maybe, maybe there could be divine intervention on this round and we could win too. But anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today, chat. We got giveaways, and we got some other surprises in store for you as well.
Yes, the giveaway, remember, is if you are in Twitch chat, it is #BattleTrain. to be
If you're in
entered.
Twitch chat. If you're in Twitch chat, it's #BattleTrain, and it's for residents of USA only.
Thank you, Dan.
We just have to say that. They make me say that.
We are chugging along here, but there is only so many things we can do.
No, I mean, this run has gone shockingly well for the scenario. From a very bizarre beginning to where we are now, I couldn't fathom it. That's why I don't even want to write you off on this one, right? Because 3 health and a dream is apparently all we need. As you can see, the opponent's just sort of like very slowly expanding. They don't really have to go fast because they've got plenty of health and some barriers up. I don't really know what even the druid has at his disposal, so this is gonna be interesting.
Trying to also expand upward because you can only place bombs within 1 range.
Under normal rules,
Yes.
a bomb can only be placed within 1 tile of your track. However, especially when you're going to try to make an archetype, there are builds in this game, so if you want to be the bomb master, you can probably get cards and other effects, passive effects, that will increase the range of that, the damage of your bombs, the type of your bombs, all kinds of stuff. If you like, basically, if you like explosives of any kind, this game has a way for you to make cool explosives. Whether you want to pack the train and send the train, or use flamethrowers and other kinds of cool stuff. You know, we'll get to that later. Magic train.
They just keep adding
They're
many
adding
abilities to them.
random
Yeah.
abilities, the most dangerous kind of abilities.
Oh. Ah,
Oh, this is it.
that's it.
That's it.
And that is so close, yet so far.
All right.
That's
You know what? That was a legendary. Oh, we got our very own copy of Battle Train Home Edition.
Lose or run.
Hey, I want to take that. Actually, I really want one of those.
Then, that'd be fun, actually playing Battle Train on a tabletop little situation.
It would make a good board game, actually.
Yeah, so actually, now that we've had our first run, Dan, why don't we introduce our special guest for today?
We've got a special guest?
Yeah!
Well,
so
what are we waiting for?
let's get him in. Oh, we got a lot of fun stuff unlocked,
Ooh,
too.
the triple. You know what's better than 1 bomb?
3
bombs.
4 bombs!
Now we got 4 bombs. What about 6 bombs?
Hopefully.
Oh, and we got the Valkyrie cab, too.
Lots of
Very
things
nice.
added to our... And these are unlocks that will be, permanent. So every time you start a new run, you will be able to, continue playing. And here he is, our special guest, Joe. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Why don't you introduce yourself before we continue playing?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Joe Marabello. I'm the creative director and co-founder of Turbo Posture Games. And thanks for watching us play Battle Train.
Yes. Battle Train, we had a very interesting run just now, Dan.
I was watching,
that's one word for it.
chatting on behalf of the Turbo Posture Games Twitch feed in there. I was chatting and making commentary, very funny commentary, but that was, you were holding on there for quite a while.
Like we said, 3 HP in a dream. So, Joe, let's go ahead and just ask you a couple questions about, Battle Train, sort of like, where did you guys get the inspiration to, make it a roguelike track building, game?
Okay, so this goes back pretty far to a previous game, but the short version of it is that we started this out as a knife fighting dueling game. As you were laying down the path that you would be weaving your knife, this was like a fantasy kind of turn-based combat game, we realized that you were actually kind of basically laying down tracks. And that led us down the road of thinking about trains and thinking about train explosions. And then this whole wacky narrative kind of formed from that. And we wrote this really weird story at 3 in the morning, and we had a lot of fun animating it and building the game for the next few years. But yeah, it really did start as this weird knife fighting game. It's been a pleasure watching it take hold. But it really was like, here's something mechanically really interesting, and here's something thematically that really kind of aligns with it nicely. And then we threw the Terrible Posture Games sense of humor on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, I get the knives turning into tracks thing, but how did it go from trains to blowing up trains? Was it just like, I want to blow up trains now that we're thinking about trains? I'm just so curious about this.
Actually, I wish I could remember how it exactly took the leap from knife fight to train. I know there was the mechanical side of it, and we're like, okay, trains kind of fun. But somewhere in there along the lines, it went from being about trains to a game show about trains. And the narrative is this whole story about a conductor who loves destruction, and he's kind of got this game show built around destruction. It really kind of took root really in one of those like 3 a.m. writing like frenzies that I have, where I just kind of come up with really wacky ideas, and then I show them to the team the next morning, thinking they're absolutely ludicrous, and a few of them seem like they're actually interesting. You could blame sleep deprivation, I think, for this game story, but it seems like it's worked out because people are enjoying it.
I don't think I'm going to blame it. I'm going to thank sleep
Yes,
deprivation.
yeah.
Yeah, that seems like, it lowers your inhibitions when you're writing late at night, and also you end up with some really wacky, fun ideas. And somewhere along there in one of those late night writing sessions, we kind of hit this interesting nerve, and the team seemed to like it, and it gelled well with the mechanics that we were playing with, and we were off to the races, or I guess I should say we were leaving the station at that point.
Gotta love our train puns. Choo choo.
We've had a long time to get good at them, yeah.
Another, question I wanted to ask you, Joe, sort of like, what do you think sets Battle Train apart from the other roguelites out there?
It's a good question because, I've made a lot of different roguelikes. The first game we made as a studio was a game called Tower of Guns, which was somewhat solo when I left AAA. And then we made a game called Mother Gunship. We made Mother Gunship Forge for VR. We have quite a decent amount of experience with roguelites in general. And then when we were looking at something that could be our next project, there had been a kind of a beginning of a rise. This was kind of right in the beginning, the Slay the Spire hitting that nerve that people really seem to resonate with. And we realized that there was something really unique gameplay-wise if we bring in this battlefield, actual geography. And it's almost like a board game, except for if you think through that, it's going to be really hard to ever actually lay out the tracks on a board game. It would be a lot of maintenance. It would take forever. But it makes a really good video game. And we love the idea of this RNG roguelite loop with a lot of things that we do. It creates a lot of replayability. It makes the game very digestible and playable in short bursts, so we're being very respectful of players' time. And it creates a really unique experience where people can feel like they had a cool run that's memorable, but also felt like was entirely theirs, and it was only their run. It was something special they can talk to about with their friends.
Yeah, and like we just saw, every run is unique, and trying to add different kind of cards to your deck, using different pieces for your engine, I think is really cool. Do you have any like fun and exciting train pieces that we didn't see today that you were really proud of designing?
Well, there's one that I talked about just a few minutes ago in the chat. Someone asked whether or not you could build a mech, and I was like, well, you can actually build a cat mech, a kitten mech, and there's these cat-themed, like kitten-themed parts that are really fun. When we were drawing out all of the pieces for the train parts, we tended to create sets of them, so it doesn't. It's not likely to ever happen where you get all of the pieces in one run, but you could, and you would have something that looks really cool and cohesive, and you can see it on the enemies, because the enemies sometimes they'll have themed trains, and you can get all of their parts and put them on your train. The kitten mech train parts were probably my favorite. They were fun to make, fun to draw, and yeah, they're very unique looking, and they were inspired by my 9-year-old. So, although I think she was like 6'5" when she told me I should make something like that.
Awesome, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I think we barely sort of hit the surface when we were playing our run, but I can't wait to see what more cool stuff we have in store for us as we continue playing. What are you most excited for in when players actually get their hands on this game? What are you most excited for them to see, and what do you hope they take away from this title?
So first off, I hope you'll see the sense of heart that we put into our games. Everything we make, we try and really put our own personality and our own sense of identity into the game. We're proud of it, and we know that it's something that you don't get in a lot of games, this real sense of identity. And we're grateful to Bandai for bringing us on board and for you all taking on the publishing duties. And we feel proud that we were able to keep that heart, and you all were excited about elevating it even. You were really excited to just make it front and center. And that's kind of one of the things that's part and parcel for indie games, but you see oftentimes filed away from AAA games. And here you guys were like, no, this is part of the game's identity, and we love it. And that makes us feel really happy because it's part of our identity. And to that end, there are some things that I don't want to spoil, but story-wise, this is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever written. And I've written some pretty weird things over the years, pretty silly games, and this is the silliest. And I'm really curious to see what people think right at the end of Act 1 as we get into the Act 2 of the story. So not a lot of reviewers have seen that. Not a lot of people who've been playing it have seen that stuff yet. And I'm really curious just to see what the reception is.
Yeah, totally. Was there anything you wanted to, ask Joe, Dan?
Oh, so many things. But I think, honestly, I probably got a lot of more questions once we get back into gameplay. We can have Joe tell us what's up with this game. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be happy to. Yeah, and I can't guarantee that I will give you the best advice because my team makes fun of me for all of my decisions. I tend to go with the decisions that are the most fun, even if they're not the smartest. So we'll have fun.
Of course. And before we head into it, Joe, speak a little bit on the team. How is everybody, contributing? Sort of like what, how is everyone, bouncing ideas off of each other, or what is the sort of like the thing, how everything goes for you guys' end?
Well, I'm pretty proud of the fact that we've created an environment where everyone can feel like they can contribute ideas. I'm really proud of all of the different things that people have volunteered while we're creating stuff. And in general, I'm excited to listen to anything. People tend to wear a lot of hats when you're on a small team. So, we have people who are doing design work and art and UI stuff and effects stuff, or me, I was doing writing stuff and also running the company and also doing the train parts. A lot of the train parts I did the art for example. So it's wearing a lot of the hats in general leads to everybody kind of understanding where the boundaries are and where the themes are and where the humor is and where the heart is. And so because of that, it's led to us all kind of feeling like we know what the soul of the game is and the stuff that'll fit in, and we trust each other in a way that's very tight, in a way, again, you may not find on a 300 person team. We all know what we excel at, and we all know just to kind of rely on how someone's going to solve the problem. It's going to be the right solution. And if we do have something we want to offer, then we know what we heard. And that goes from people at the top of the company to the newest people in the company. I feel like we all, just over the course of this project and all of our projects, we've gotten really good at learning how to trust each other. That's a long-winded answer. Hopefully it answers something.
It was a great answer. And yeah, we all wear many hats, especially the battle train hat right here.
Yes.
And your conductor hat,
I actually have
Joe.
two hats. I could do a hat change right now and give you two hats.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Look at us, all matching.
We're synchronized now.
Yes. Wait, hold on. I could do a third hat change. This is very, very, very in line with the battle train and all the hats. But actually, this one's the most comfortable, so I'll stick with this one for right now.
There we go.
All right.
So what do you guys say? Why don't we head into our next run?
Are we going to do a run?
Are we?
We're going to play the game on the game stream? Wow.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay, hold up. Now I'm in. We are locked in now.
And the best part
Someone
is,
mentioned a pocket watch on the chat, and I do have a pocket watch here.
Well, we have to keep good time if we're going to make the train.
Oh,
look at this.
No,
See if
it
you
was like a
unlock the
$3
starting
pocket
train
watch.
parts.
It's never
we
been
have
last
starting
run.
train parts. So we have someone that has the coffee cup hat. Every third turn, draw 3 extra cards, but 0 cards from the board deck.
Yeah, that's actually good.
Ooh, let's see what else we have. We
good.
just have shop prices are reduced by 15%.
We're going to need that because you're going to be broke.
And log, obstacle cards cost 1 less.
Yeah, that seems like a trap.
Yeah, let's.
I like the piggy bank. You always go with
I think econ is always
econ.
great.
Econ's the way. What do you think, Joe?
The obstacle card's not a bad one if you're thinking of playing very defensively. If you're the kind of player who likes to just kind of hold back the enemy, that obstacle card is great. But it depends on the kind of player you are.
Let's make sure we start.
We're going this route this time because I saw
There's
a
a-
hat. I saw a hat on this track. And not only do we have spiffy hats here on the set,
There's spiffy
but there are
hats.
spiffy hats
Yeah.
in the game. And guess what? You can put the hats on your train. Yes, the train can wear hats. More than one hat. It's awesome. and you're going to see that. I think if we can make it to that hat node. Anyway, the rookie bandit should not give John much trouble here. But again, we're going to be taking over these min rolls, getting across the board. Joe, can you tell us a little bit about like how the board changes this sort of gameplay compared to another roguelike?
Sure, but first off, I want to say welcome to the Rookie Bandit, considering you completely skipped these early bad guys last time.
Actually hitting the
also-
battles in the first train.
Well, which is lucky, but also catastrophic too. You miss a lot of the advantages you get from the battle, where you're picking up different rewards from defeat if you do the bad guy. We'll say also you probably want to go for the gold if you're trying to get to that hat shop, because hat shops early, they're a little expensive, so get some gold as fast as you can. What was your question again, Dan? You were asking about how the board was laid out?
Yeah, how the board really alters. Like, obviously the track stuff is obviously very new and original, but just the fact that there's a play space in which you need to be involved.
And these play spaces are hand designed. They're hand designed to encourage different kinds of tactics and different kinds of gameplay, or to kind of thwart against certain kinds of build makeups that you may have. And if you notice, each board is also accompanied by a board deck. You can actually click on that board deck icon and see. Oops, it's attacking me.
Well, Rookie Bandit wanted none of that. Rookie Bandit doesn't like looking at cards. He likes blowing things up.
Right. Once it's your turn, then you can take a look at that board deck.
So go ahead and take a look.
And these are all the cards that are associated with this map. So occasionally you'll find that a board deck will have more bombs or more long pieces or something to help you kind of encourage you to deal with the special circumstances of that map. But there is a random layer on top of that in terms of the extra drops like gold and gems and stuff. But in general, the layout is very curated around different kinds of scenarios that you could find yourself in. And there's just a ton of them. So you're never going to really see the same combat twice, because the permutation of bonuses and map and cards that you have and cards the enemy has creates enough variety. But you will start to realize, like, okay, certain tactics work really well with this combination. And you can start to get better, which is a good sign of a good roguelike if you feel like you are the thing improving between runs.
Yes, definitely.
Sure. And we're going to see a lot of like the basic cards because we're just getting started here on this run. And obviously there are some really big surprises in the game we're not talking about. But I do have a question for you, Joe. What is the craziest card in this game, and what does it do?
Craziest card in the game? I am partial to deployables for two reasons. The deployables came in very late, so they're still new to me, and I haven't been playing with them for a year and a half. But I think that my favorite is probably Volcano. You can literally spawn a volcano on the map, and then it spits out fireballs every turn. Which causes kind of mass chaos, but is also a lot of fun, especially if you get multiple.
Doesn't that hurt your own stuff?
It can if you place it near you, or it can end up being an awesome defensive card, or you can just place it near their base, and every so often you'll just happen to have a fireball hit them if you put it within range of their bases. So
I mean, so there's a volcano in the train game. All right, I did not know that.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it gets even better. If you happen to have a couple of these volcanoes placed, there's another card, and I love this combination of deployable with the card that duplicates deployables. You could end up with
have double the volcano,
two volcanoes.
Yes.
Okay, now we're talking.
Like I said, my suggestions may not steer you towards a victory, but they will definitely be memorable.
Oh, we made it to the hat shop.
And I made sure to double our coins just because,
we only have 16 gold.
We had only 8 before I doubled it.
We can't buy
We
any
didn't
hats.
get enough.
No, I told you, man, hat shops are expensive.
Let's see what we have.
There's a squid hat. How can we not buy the squid hat?
All abilities cost 0? Oh, we were so close.
What is the fireplace? The fireplace hat is a Kickstarter reward. That was something that the Kickstarter folks unlocked as a cozy. We had a bunch of cozy hats. Cozy fireplace hat is one of them. And yes, it is a hat that goes on the top of the train.
And it's 5 HP per battle is very cozy. So I like it.
Joe, is this your beanie?
Yeah. In fact, I have it right here. I can do another hat change.
Oh my gosh.
We did not plan that, folks. Completely natural moment right here.
And is it true, Joe? Does it keep your head warm?
Yeah, even right now, it's 80 degrees. That head is very warm.
Also, I now must have a squid hat.
I'm so sad.
I'm going to make this happen.
We were so close. Unfortunately, we will have to leave the shop empty-handed. Let's head into
I hope somebody clips that moment with the beanie, because I did not plan that. It's literally always right there on the side of my desk.
Chat, you heard him. Get a clip of that beanie. I need that clip. Thank you. You know where to get me it. All right, here we go. We're fighting the Dynamite Bandit. I'm guessing this is an opponent that really likes dynamite.
Oh, no.
Just any, I mean, everybody in this game likes
I'm pretty quick on the uptake, so I figured that one out,
Yeah, this guy likes extra explosives.
Joe, I did want to know, as you play and as you pick a contestant every time you play a new run, each of them has a really, funny name associated with them. Was there a day where you and your team just sort of sat down and just sort of wrote a million different funny names on like a dartboard and just started tossing darts to see which one would make it into the game?
More scientific than that, actually. So, okay, no. So if you do that, you'll end up with whatever you had in the moment, and then you've got a bunch of names, but it may not still be enough. What we did is we basically got, at the end of every playtest, we got feedback from the entire team. We were like, hey, offer a couple of silly names, just in the playtest form. And we kept that up for months and months and months. And so everyone was just adding in all these silly names from month to month to month based off of what they had for breakfast that morning, or you know, some idea they had while sleeping the other night or something. So we ended up with, over months and months, a list of like 300, 400 names. And then we pared it down because, you know, some of them may be things that were referencing, you know, a trademark thing, or some of them were a joke that was nobody else was going to get, or, well, all these things are silly jokes that nobody's going to get, but they're all silly names, and we kind of wanted to encourage that kind of route. So we basically got those names gathered up from the entire team over the course of, I don't know, like 8 months. So it was a long time we left it open. And then we had to decide how many of them we could actually localize in time.
It was a nice bomb there. Nice bomb.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
soften them up a little bit. You know, you got to work the body before you move in for the head. The head hits. You know, it's perfect.
And it looks like we might be able to go in.
Oh, we're going. It's
For the
done.
round
It's
win.
done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's already over. I'm writing this one. Here we go. Boom.
You know what? I take back my answer about favorite card. I see the supply drop there, and I forgot about the Crushbot card. We'll see if that code shows up later, though.
Okay.
Nice.
It's always good when you have to fight to see who's who's your favorite card. That's always good. We get to pick a card. I love picking a card. What do we got?
Ooh, mineral run, double bomb. Collect all stray minerals from a single board row.
You know, it's kind of nice,
That's
but
useful.
I kind of like the double bomb.
Double bomb is pretty good.
But the track is pretty good too. The track is boring though. Let's get the bomb.
Let's do the bomb. I think the
The
bomb.
nice thing about the double bomb is that basically gives you an extra range, too, on the bomb.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Remember,
Because
guys,
that
we
extra bomb
are
may be
playing
normally one
Battle
spot
Train,
away.
and if you do want to be entered into the contest to be able to win a free copy, just go ahead and type hashtag Battle Train in Twitch chat. It's on Twitch chat and for US audience members only.
Right. Only in Twitch chat. Only in the U.S. But
Let's see. Do we want to go for more gold, or do we want to kind of go in with a little bit extra HP?
yeah, you've been running this entire game without any money. But you know what? We'd kind of need the HP, especially for a boss fight.
The boss fight is probably.
However,
I would go gold.
We have 25
never mind.
exactly, Joe. So like, that's enough for a train part here if we want it, right? That's I did the math.
Oh, it's
all
a
right?
little more than when we need for a trade.
Right, because we get 15% off.
Yeah,
Yes,
and you could get
yes,
that one thing that's on
yes.
sale. Oh,
Luck
hey, there's the
plus
if you
3.
click on that cat part, there's one of the mech cat pieces right there.
Oh.
There's the other one's a kitten part too, right? The first one? No, it's the
it's
tractor.
just the tractor.
That's the tractor.
So, Joe, what exactly does luck do? I haven't. This is the first time I've actually seen a plus luck card.
That's a good question. And there's 2 answers to it. 1, it does a lot of things, and 2, I don't know. And that's actually not like it. Basically, this is the same thing that happened with Mother Gunship Forge and with some of our previous games too. The other designers who work with us on the project, Crispy and Mark, they do a good job of making luck affect a lot of different things, and then I do a good job of not knowing all of it so that I can claim plausible deniability. It does do a lot of different things.
It has
to
some
affect the game in a
nebulous
lot
good
of
effects
ways.
that we'll never know.
Nebulous good
Nebulous
effects
is always
that are
fun.
mysterious, but will help you and can be very beneficial.
All right, well, I like
Especially if you
mystery.
get it early on in the run.
Let's spend some coin.
I think we got to go for it.
Look at that! Look at we have little paws now.
You do.
How can you say no to that? And we actually still have some change left over. This
Yeah, we
is,
got a little change. It's on sale.
this track is on sale.
It's on sale. You can't pass it up.
That's
It's
a
on
useful
sale.
track.
It is on sale. Let's grab that and let's head into the boss. Let's see who we're
Who
up
are we gonna
against
get?
right
Probably
now.
Pirates.
So
Let's see.
We're up against
is.
Crossbones. So you know
And I
every
did
boss.
see the actor for this guy is actually in the chat right now. The actor for Crossbones. I saw him in the chat.
So every boss you sort of face is going to have their own, unique decks. Sort of like, how did you guys come up with like what you guys wanted to see each boss, showing off when you're up against them?
That kind of depends because some of the bosses and enemies, we came up with the art first, and then kind of were thinking about what mechanically would be really fun, which sounds like it sounds like it would be the good way. You'd want to go natural. You want to have a cool design. However, with the later characters, we started realizing that it might be smarter to go what mechanics are really different or lacking in like where do we see holes in the card library, and then designing new bosses around that and kind of fitting the theme around that. So it kind of depends on the character. For Crossbones, though, I always wanted to have a pirate character from the very beginning of this project, and I really wanted to have the idea of there's a card that he plays, and maybe he'll play it soon, of the Anchor, and that card was one of the first ones that I remember being really excited about surprising the player with. I really believe that the core of fun design is surprising the player and delighting them, and in some ways, that piece kind of shows it off really well, that card. So let's see if he plays it.
Well, he's totally going to play it. You know he's going to play it. It's just a
He
matter
might,
of when.
And
It's coming.
unfortunately, your card layouts are not set up super well to deal with it, but we'll see when it happens.
No, it's going to be devastating when he uses it, which is great because then
Yeah.
chat's going to get to see what these more advanced kind of like playstyles can do. The
And you can
Crossbones-
get the card too, so you can mess them up too.
You can. And man, it's something. Like a lot of the regular characters we've been fighting so far, like the bandits and the druids and stuff, they don't have like giant board altering effects like the bosses do. They tend to do much meaner, much more global kind of things that really change the entire board state. Rather than
Yes,
just
which
targeted.
is that's the surprise, is that up until you first see that, you think the board is immutable and unchangeable, but the board is a fluid, movable thing that you're constantly messing with. Not just what's on the board, but also where the board is. And that's part of the fun of Battle Train's wackiness, is that we don't treat even geography as being sacred. The cards are allowed to mess with it. You mentioned the druid. I guess the druid is a weird one to pick out because he has random effects, so he could have something really catastrophic. But it's rare.
This.
That's
now
a
we got a
useful
super track. Speaking of doing
That's
really
a
cool
super
things.
power track.
Yes.
Because that's a track that can go over other tracks and reroute them, and also has all this damage added into it. That's one of the best cards you could get for tracks.
And it's free.
It is free. Let's
It is. So put it where you think your train is going to go through,
Let's
and where you don't think their train is going to go.
well, let's see if we can prevent them from going that way.
No, that was a good location.
Yeah.
I approve.
Yeah.
We are going to hit a lot of extra bonuses there, which is really, really good. Let's see if we can keep pushing.
You'll get real close to that station.
Trying my best. Let's see if we can just start heading that way.
Yeah, you'll get an next turn. He's thinking hard. You got him thinking hard.
Oh, he's got the anchor. I can feel it.
Ooh,
Think-
ah,
No,
I
he's
think
got
he
it.
would've
He's,
played it
he's
by
waiting
now.
for it.
He's-
He's gonna blow. He's gonna destroy all your tracks with it because you're so
got a
bunched
lot
up
of mana,
close.
though.
maybe is he thinking about it?
He's thinking. He's not gonna do it, but he's thinking about it. That's what I'm just. I'm
No,
letting
he's
you
going
know.
for the damage.
He is going
going-
right
he's going
for
for that
our
base.
station.
And that's a bit of a hit because he's getting the plus damage on that. But because
Yeah,
he placed that plus damage right next to it, at least he blew it up, so he's not going to be able to use it twice on you.
Right.
Yeah, and that's another thing, to call it. Every time you do a little damage to your opponent's stations, the squares around it are gonna blow up, so you're gonna always have to set up new tracks. Ooh, are we gonna have a big hit?
Yes.
35.
35. Not bad. Not bad at all.
You know what?
You know
Actually,
what?
before you attack, yeah, you've got the
Yes.
idea now.
Let's
That is gonna
go.
kill
gonna
your
have to
track on
reconnect
it.
It is,
but you can
you
can redo
we
it.
can always redo
Yeah.
it. So, and we will get the knockout on that.
Nice.
Let's go.
One outpost down. One to go.
We still have one mineral left.
Nicely
so
done.
let's start expanding as well. Let's try to angle towards the mine so we can make
Yeah.
sure
What's that
that
other
we're
one you
getting-
have? The one on the far right there. It's, they're all
Get some
grayed
more
out right now,
minerals.
but-
Fire in the hole instantly trigger all explosives. So if we had more things
is
like
pretty
explosive barrels,
Yeah, explosive barrels.
mines,
there are mines,
we'd be
yep.
able to trigger those instantly.
I believe that even triggers the nuke. If there's a nuke on the board, I think that
Oh,
even
okay,
triggers the
wait.
nuke.
Take a step back there, Joe. There's a nuke card.
Yes, it's a very, very big explosion. Yeah. And you can target it with your trains to blow it up.
Is he gonna-
As one does.
Yes, in the world of Battle Train, yes. That was a very good last turn that you had.
It was. This has been a very clean match. We might get out of this. It's always important to conserve your HP, because under normal
Yeah.
circumstances, your health damage is basically permanent. And you're going to have to use resources to cure it as you go through a run. So any hit you don't take is really good.
Yes, it is. Because healing is tough. You can heal, but so that bomb you just used, you also separated yourself from the far mine. You were connected to his far mine. You could have bombed on the other side of his far mine and stayed connected.
You're right. but I did want.
He's
But
got
this
his
is
own
also a good
strategy.
idea where
I'm not going to mess with John. He's working on something big here. I can see like the math. He's got like a. There's a
I'm looking for the lines. The lines are there.
They're there. They're there. There's like a whole Fibonacci sequence going on in the background of this thing.
Oh,
I
and
can
he's
see
using
it.
one
There
of
it
his
is.
own special cards. Oh, hopefully.
Oh wow.
Oh.
not the anchor,
Cannonballs.
Yep.
You know, when
Yeah,
I think
that's a good
pirates, I
one.
think
That was one of the
cannonballs.
first effects we got in the game.
Oof, 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 oof. Big.
Okay, that's not so good. That was very
Took out
bad.
your extra damage tracks too.
Yeah, we are. He did cut us off.
Dude, Crossbones is a mean guy. He's just a meanie. And he hasn't used the anchor yet either. That's really going to hurt you because it's going to. Oh, well, we'll find out when it happens.
Yeah.
Dang. Let's see where we can.
That card is just not useful there.
This is going to be rough.
Gonna try to have to figure out a way to get over to his side, but that barrage really set us back.
It really did. It really. Again, yeah, the bosses have stuff
Sometimes
that
it
really
does
messes with
nothing,
your strategy.
but yeah, you know, there are some maps too where the side of the board is a little bit fuzzier because you know you could have a station on their side. You're always on the left in terms of those cards, but the catastrophe of that thing may not be as impactful. But in his particular battlefields, it usually is pretty clear like this.
Oh, his tracks are there already. I didn't notice that. Let's do this.
Okay, it's okay. We're working on a plan over here.
We're trying to work our way back. Now we are connected back to everything.
All right.
And I think, is this going to be enough? I have
Yeah.
one mineral left.
It's totally enough.
I think you got it.
Yeah.
You could have gone down from the top, I think.
Could I have?
Because he's got a down. I think he's got a down thingy there.
If you select the card, it'll make it partially transparent.
Oh, oop, wrong one. Let's go up.
So now you can kind of go over there and see. So it doesn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're
That
gonna
works.
blast.
You're
it.
connected.
That's what
so
matters.
exactly.
Yeah, and that will also take out some of his connections to you.
Perfect.
So that's good. At the very least, he's going to have to rebuild some stuff.
We also got a +5 there, so we are working our way.
Look at that. You can relink immediately and get ready for another one. I think.
True.
Good.
True.
That card could also block them from connecting to you pretty quickly.
Yeah, let's
So
see
that
if
is
we
both
can-
offensive and defensive.
we can prevent
Oh, never mind. It doesn't. Well, that way it would. Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Look at that. That is like advanced strategy right there.
Yeah.
Now he's
you
gonna
would
have to go
spend-
around.
Yeah.
Of course,
At
he's gonna
least
hit you with
2
the anchor here and
crystals.
break everything.
The anchor. Let's see if the anchor actually happens.
It's
We've been
definitely
waiting.
happening.
draw it.
We've been waiting.
May not draw it.
Oh, and he blew up. Oh,
Oh,
he just had
Yep.
the perfect pieces, I
You get 3
guess.
cards for that.
no. Oh. Everything has gone wrong.
Oof, oof, oof.
At least he
He's got
didn't
all the
anchor.
minerals in the world now.
He does not want to anchor. Because we talked about the anchor, he's never going to play
He's
the
not
anchor.
gonna do it.
That's how this works, man.
You shy?
I'm trying to manifest the anchor now. Not really, though, because it would probably lose us the game. But
Let's see if we can make.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It wouldn't be good.
How can we weasel our way back in? Let's see. Yeah, I see the lines.
You've got a lot of cards. I mean, a lot of gems rather.
yeah,
Excuse
we
me,
got
minerals.
We got the resources. And minerals. Definitely not anything else. Minerals.
No, no. We actually make fun of ourselves in other games for being a little bit fuzzy with our terms of our mana, quote unquote, term. I think in Forge we called it purple stuff in the end because we kept changing the name of it. But it's minerals here.
Oh, I
Okay, you're in range.
think we did it.
It is purple stuff here too, kind of pink stuff.
It is. It's purple stuff.
Yeah. It started as bright pink because we were just starting with stuff that we were familiar with, and then it became these black.
We made it. We did it.
We made it out.
I am impressed. We're going to get the pirate
Nicely done.
cab here.
Ooh, let's see what it does. Draw one
Hey,
have a
extra.
that's good.
We always want card draw. Card draw is so important, I
That's-
think, in a lot of roguelikes.
That's like just good all
Yes,
the time.
and that's from your deck too, not the board deck. Like
Yeah.
board deck
Oh.
is useful, but that's your deck.
Even better.
And we got a medal and a
minerals is
sticker.
good.
Goes right in there with our
little piggy.
lovely little piggy bank. I know, I love it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Let's see what we're heading towards. No hat shops, unfortunately.
I know. And now we finally have the money for a hat.
I know,
And there's no
I
hat
No,
shop.
there's some
You know how it
Puzzle
goes.
stuff in the middle and a story in the middle. It looks like.
Yeah, we haven't hit a story node yet. Let's go that way.
Let's go that way, for sure. Hopefully we can hit it with our 30 HP.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
oh, the Mad Scientist board.
Ding Dong
boy.
Doobie. That's actually his name, Chad. I'm not making that up. His name
Nope.
is Ding. That's our contestant's name, Ding Dong Doobie.
I can't tell you which teammate was responsible for that one. It was one of us.
That is a canonical character in the Battle Train universe.
And potentially a winner.
Potentially.
We'll see.
Everyone's a winner on Battle Train.
Just gotta
true.
gotta take it step by step. Let's see. Kind of want to block them off already.
And don't forget, today you can be a winner as well. All you got to do is type hashtag BattleTrain in Twitch chat if you live in the US and you are entered into our giveaway. And that'll get you a copy of the game on Switch or PC.
Yes, Switch or PC. And it is also available today on Switch and PC.
And thank you all for watching. It's wonderful seeing what you all think of this.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what
Okay, we got some mad scientist shenanigans. We know what this guy does. He puts
Yep.
toxic sludge into your deck.
right into our deck. Yeah.
So what is that card that you have the second one over? Things are a little blurred for me.
This
but,
is a stick up. Enemy cards cost 1 more next turn, and I draw an extra card from my deck.
That
If I play
could-
it now, though, unfortunately, it will use all of my resources, so I can't really.
Yeah,
do
that's
much.
unfortunate, but it could. It's useful for stopping him from playing toxic stuff on you.
Yes, true. Let's see if we can expand out, though. I want to prevent him from heading our way.
Oh, that's an interesting decision.
I forgot to
building a
rotate it.
wall.
I had the line in my head and I
gotta say,
forgot to rotate.
Again, it was an interesting decision. I know you're working on another plane of existence way above my comprehension. But, I thought it was, it was a cool play, right? That's a super defensive play. Nobody's getting to my base.
Not even
Exactly.
See, we already have one of those toxic waste cards in my hand right now. It's something that he put into my deck, so we have to make sure that we're playing it, or else I will take 2 damage.
This, unfortunately, you could do like I heard you all talking about it last run, where you try and take them out before it triggers, and that is a strategy. Or if you happen to have something that heals every turn, then you could just take the damage and then heal every turn. But you're not in those situations. But there's a few different ways you can deal with it.
Yes.
No, we are resource starved, which of course the mad scientist loves.
Well, even more of them now. That one's even worse because now you can't play stuff that you really want to.
Yeah. Ooh.
This
It's
is
just
rough.
toxic waste all the time.
I'm surprised the mad scientist is popping up in the second map for you all. Normally he shows up in the third map for me.
Yeah,
Third stage.
This is the second time we faced him.
He
so.
is out here today.
In the second
and
map, too.
He does not like us, and we don't like him.
Trying our best to get.
Or maybe it just takes me a lot longer to get to the second stage, so it feels like it's longer in a run.
Let's set this up so we can get the resources.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could help. That's 1 toxic waste a turn.
That is
That
very true.
Oh, we got more. We got
Oh,
more.
you're getting a lot of these now. This is not going to go so well.
Oh
This
no!
I will say that
mad
once they do
scientist.
damage to you,
Yo, mad scientist is kind of like. I think we might be in trouble here, like serious trouble.
Yep.
yeah.
Who
Oh,
knew?
2. We drew
Yep.
2 of them.
Who knew that
I think you're
crossbones
gonna
was
have
not
to
the
take
real
the
threat?
damage.
It was the mad.
It was the mad
all along.
scientist. Oh, this is unfortunate. Let's see if we can get out of this little hiccup that we have.
So in the future, now you know, go for the mines as fast as you can with the mad scientist.
True.
because you need
Having
the
those
energy.
extra minerals every turn is
Yep.
important. It's like of
Really-
dire importance to hit those minerals.
Especially against this
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
because he's gonna start taxing you real fast.
Oh, and that was 2 toxic wastes. in
Yeah,
my hand.
and now you
Yep.
got more, and it just keeps coming,
Yep.
man.
Well, they only attack you or hurt you once though. But yes,
Right.
yeah.
But he's dumping a ton of it in the deck. We can't get to his outposts.
Oh, another
Things
2.
do not look good. But then again, John did pull some magic stuff
Last
time,
round.
so-
Let's at least get
You're right.
that
Regular original purple stuff.
purple stuff.
and we're gonna take more damage.
obtained.
The toxic waste, chat.
It's not
It
looking
hurts.
good, chat.
It hurts. Oh no.
Bad reaction.
Every turn.
I really don't like this guy. He's not fun.
Once you kind of get the once you die a couple times to him, then you start to figure him out.
Sure.
You do have to move pretty quick on him, and then
Yeah,
you do have
go
to
right for the
prioritize.
resources or go kill him right away.
Go right for the supply drops too. The supply
Yeah.
drops can be really
See
beneficial
what
with
we
it.
get.
Like that to give you a ton of minerals.
Did that supply drop give us a toxic waste?
It did because you played a card that triggered the
oh,
triggered your
yeah.
bad
you're
bad
right,
temperament.
you're right.
You're sick right now or whatever. So
It is not looking too hot. We do have a lot of minerals now, at least.
Can you get that other? Oh wait, you might be able to actually damage him right now.
That's what the plan is. I think this will.
Can you get that other supply drop too?
We can.
Yeah.
Let's grab that.
Anything is possible.
Let's make sure that is.
As long as you believe.
Let's do it like that.
Oh.
Mega
ooh.
bomb.
That'll blow up a lot of stuff.
Let's send out.
Will.
Yeah. Let's send out our train.
Okay, the train is going. Ding dong doobie.
I think you'll be able to take him out this turn.
This looks good, actually.
Oh no, it's 15.
It's 15, so we're a little short, but as long as we don't die this next turn.
We can do this, right? This won't blow up any of my tracks? No.
Not your tracks, no.
Nice, so let's do that. And we are still in the running.
You're in the running, yeah, you are. I think you got, okay. I think you got this. All we need is like
hopefully we
a
don't
bomb
draw.
and 2 tracks. You
Hopefully we don't draw a handful of toxic wastes.
That would be bad.
Oh,
No,
Oh jeez.
no. We got it. There's
yeah,
enough
go
to
for
win
the-
here, John. There's enough
Go
to
for
win.
it. Yeah,
yes. Let's see how we.
that's the strategy. Yeah, you got it.
So okay, so we actually have to. What are we doing here?
There's actually you have one way to win here. Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Oh
way.
no, the pressure is on.
I mean, you actually have several different ways to get to that one way to win. So.
I feel like I have to blow this up to actually connect.
No, don't do that.
No.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. Don't do that. You need
Yeah,
to
Dan
use the
sees it.
bomb.
Oh, I
You need to use the bomb on the base.
You're right. I always forget that the bomb can just deal direct damage.
It can. It's a bomb.
I'm
That
always
is
thinking
an
it has
entire
to
deck
be.
build you could do. Just
There we
a
go.
bomb deck
All
build.
right,
And never
we
even worry
made
about the
it.
trains.
We made it, chat. I didn't have the misplay
Nicely
of the century. Let's see what fun cards we can add. Triple bomb, same day delivery, instantly refresh the cooldown. Oh, that's
It's expensive,
interesting.
but it's good.
It is
The
interesting.
right turn sign is also very useful because it's not super pricey, but you can really mess up.
Yeah, that's
the
a
enemy.
tech play right there. You can use your big brain to do the track rotation.
I don't think I'm
Yeah.
that high of IQ to figure out how to make that work.
I
Well,
don't
the
know.
easiest way to think about that card is that when you use that card, if you could use it in some place that's like, for example, right in the middle of their way, they can't immediately correct the course. They have to potentially bomb themselves and then free themselves.
You're
in order
right.
to,
You know, yeah,
move on.
let's go with that. I believe. Okay, let's see. Oh, another mini game.
Oh, but you don't have to worry about this for a while. Maybe you can heal.
A mini game.
for
Oh,
the next fight.
fun.
What's this?
Fun.
Joe, tell me about this one. You sunk my battle train. Tell me about what this
yes.
is.
So, okay, you're looking for some battle trains here. There's a battle train that is 2 tiles long, 3 tiles long, and 4 tiles long. And there is tactics to bombing and getting the most out of your bombs. You've got, if you look to the top right, you've got 19 cards left to find these 3 trains, and they're hidden. So, try and get as much coverage as you can with the bigger bombs, and then use the littler bombs to kind of feel through where the enemy could be. There is a little bit of randomness to this, but once you get the hang out of it, you can get pretty good. I'm actually fairly decent at this minigame. I'm not at some of the other minigames.
We got the
but
2 train. It's done.
That's
Now
the
we just
hardest
need-
one to find. Nice job. That takes a
That's
lot of
the
luck
little one.
to get that early.
Oof,
Oh, big whiff on that one.
big one.
You're gonna need to redeem yourself with this one.
Let's see if this one does us any good. Ooh,
This
We
is
got
a
a hit.
late game addition. Ooh, so look at that. You already can tell that's the 3 train right there. So use your single bombs on that.
Beautiful.
now we're just looking for one more.
It's a 4-2, so you can really use your
Yeah,
big
this would
brain
be pretty big.
mathematics.
Exactly. So like you know,
smooth
there's certain
them out.
spots where you don't even need to waste that because a 4 train couldn't fit.
Let's see where that. Nope.
Oh, only a few places
Oh.
left it could be.
You do have 12 cards left. You got this though. I think I feel
We'll see.
confident in you.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, it's
nice.
just that
that's a good
easy.
hit. That's a good hit.
Yep. That's
Let's see.
like
Now
you may
it's a
waste 1 bomb card here with the last one.
You got
but I
9
don't
cards
even-
left. I
yeah.
think you can do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
It's okay. We're good.
I was
We're golden.
hoping. I was hoping, but look at that.
Nicely done. Yeah, this was the last minigame we added. We wanted to find minigames that used the track system that felt unique, but like kind of leveraged these mechanics and these input systems that we already had. We had a couple of minigames early on that didn't leverage them, and they never
A
quite felt like
landmine.
they fit. Those are very useful.
So this
I
is
love
kind of like
landmines.
a trap that you could lay down.
Yes.
And speaking
Yes,
of
it
luck,
is.
we
Very-
have another
very fun.
luck additional thing going onto our train.
We got even more luck.
You know, maybe this is why you're surviving.
We're just getting so lucky.
No, nobody knows what it does, but it's really good.
Oh, let's.
Now this is our story node. So let's. Oh, here we go.
Idea for Battle Train came from?
Do you mean, when did I first don this hat and become president conductor?
No, I mean where the idea came from.
I first donned the hat 30 years ago. I was young, ready to mark the world with my deeds. Did you know I was raised below the Arctic Circle?
Wait, below the...
You might think there is nothing of value south of the Arctic Circle, but harsh meridians make harsh people. And I am harsh. My best friends were a glacial rock and a cannibal puffin. Of the rock I have no photo, but see, here is the puffin. Ludwig was a fine puffin, tattooed head to toe. He ate all the other puffins, and they let him, because as you know, puffins are quite agreeable. Ludwig, on the other hand, defied his nature. From there, of course, it should be obvious how I made the battle train.
That doesn't
I
explain
mean, yeah, that
anything.
actually.
Yes,
It explains
and
everything.
this
That
is
explained it to
why
me.
people love battle trains so.
Okay, look, Battle Train is seriously just trains smashing into things. Like, literally. That's it. People love trains, people love train
People
wrecks.
do love trains.
It's not some big mystery.
Host Hank Hannigan here. Introduced myself earlier, classic moment. Not only am I host and voice of the network, I'm also showrunner. Look, Alvaro was a genius. In his youth, nowadays he gets to enjoy the fruits of his labor, so long as he keeps bringing in the ratings, you know? Did he bring up that puffin yet?
There are two things he never shuts up about. Destroying things, and that puffin. Puffins aren't cannibals.
Every creature is a potential cannibal. Ludwig knew this. Ludwig acted first. Destroy before you are destroyed. Thrive off the corpse of your foe.
President Conductor, there are a lot of
That is
rumors
one
about
mean,
how Battle Train started.
Puffin?
Now
Yeah.
I mean,
is the
he's
chance
covered
to
head
set
to
the
toe
record
in
straight to millions
tattoos.
of fans.
That is
We
true.
Billions of fans. There are over 10 billion viewers out there, all watching Battle Train.
cannibal.
20 billion eyes.
Puffin.
A quarter trillion fingers.
Yeah, that's
Imagine a tower
very
of such
iconic.
fingers. Guess how tall this tower would be? Go on, I did the math. Go on.
A finger tower.
I love how he has
20,000
knuckle
miles.
tattoos
That's
if you look a little closer.
0.0001%
Oh, yeah.
of the way to
That is a
Mars.
serious
Yes,
bird
indeed,
right
cosmic
there.
statistics are impressive. Just like Battle Train.
He's kind of become a mascot for the team.
Oh, and we get a narrative reward.
Wow, you get to view your
Yes.
cards in draw order. That seems...
That's super useful. I am terrible at remembering when I have that thing. It doesn't pop up very often, so that's very lucky.
Nice,
But
nice.
You basically know exactly what's going to be coming up. So
I don't know if that's gonna help us too much, but yeah, I can see it being very useful.
You know,
if you remember to look at your cards, it might. I never do.
Right.
I always forget.
I did have to, ask Joe after that story segment. I have to know, did you get any inspiration for, Alvaro as a character? He's such, a funny character. Everything he says is just something that I'm laughing at. Was there any inspiration you got for him in particular?
Okay, so two inspirations here. The first one is, so we did a project a while ago called 3 out of 10, which was a playable sitcom, and it was a very fun project that is available for free. Anybody can play it still. One of the little side characters in that was the strange doctor voiced by Alan Alderberg, and I really liked the demeanor and the attitude that Alan brought to the table, and so I actually wrote Alvaro around Alan and Alan's mannerisms, and so. In general, once I hear somebody's voice in my head and I kind of can get the tone and the jokes, I can really write towards that comedic timing that the actor possesses. And so that's why I really like using the same actors over and over again, like the voice of Crossbones, who was in the chat earlier, Andy Mack. He's now worked with us on 4 different games, and I feel like I know his sense of comedic timing, and he and I can workshop something really well. And even though we've only met each other in person a handful of times, I always feel like I know him because of his sense of timing, and he knows me as a writer. So the first inspiration for Alvaro was just this particular actor and his sense of timing and his sense of pacing. And then the second one was I wanted to have an M. Bison type character. So M. Bison was one of the kind of inspirations, but I wanted the M. Bison character to be almost silly, like he's kind of past his prime. And Alvaro seemed like a goofy kind of old M. Bison, no longer able to quite compete with everyone else, or thinks they are the big top person on the battlefield, but they haven't been challenged in a long time properly. So really kind of harkening back to classic video games and this kind of like shared culture that we all have as players. That said, I can't take credit to the design. The design for the character was all Lauren Lamont. She did a lot of the character designs for the champions and for a lot of the characters actually.
Nice, nice, nice. So we actually got into a very cool looking mini game.
This is a minigame, yeah. You have basically unlimited resources, and you try to take out as many outposts as you can.
We got a little, kind of some really fun cards here. We got Orbital Laser, does 20 damage in a 2x2 area. Why don't we just let it rip? Just.
You could.
Well,
This is a puzzle, though.
It is a puzzle. But we decided to say, we don't care about the puzzle, we got lasers.
You may still be able to win it. These are a combination of designed and lots of random layers on top of them, so it's quite tricky, but you can basically try and destroy these bases with the cards you have. You have one hand to do it, and so the cards you have are things that you may not normally have that allow you to play with some new mechanics and safely learn how to use potentially some more advanced tools without having to worry about an enemy. You can kind of safely play around with the orbital laser, for example. The goal is to destroy all the bases. Each one you destroy, you're going to get a reward for. But it's quite hard to get all three, depending on how you're interacting. Like here, you can do some damage to that thing, but you might not be able to actually damage it or destroy it entirely.
Let's see what Black Hole does. It says, place on any tile, drags in all structures within distance 7. Your own outposts are immune.
So it's going to try to drag this stuff to that epicenter. I mean, I don't know how much you know about black holes. You know, I'm an expert myself, so you know. You probably want to put it.
So,
a
like,
couple
if you had
tiles
placed
over.
that black hole before, when those two outposts were a little bit far apart, you could have squeezed them together and then gotten both of them with the orbital laser.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay.
So there is, you know, I don't actually know what cards you've got fully. You might still be able to do this depending on how you approach it.
I don't think he has enough damage.
I think he could do it if he. Do you want me to actually guide you and see if we can?
Yeah,
do it?
let's see it.
Yo, yeah,
what would
So
you
try
do, Joe?
and bomb
Go for it.
but bomb all of your tracks and that card. And
So
the
like
base.
this, something
So
like this.
Yep, like that. And now try and use the black hole to drag that base up into like the one up higher. Yep,
Right there.
right there. And now you can connect that station to it. Oh, it didn't move it. Oh, because it only moves it within. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have had you place the
we're all
black hole
good.
a little bit higher.
Let's see.
But looks like you still can do it though, so it's fine.
That was nice.
Ooh,
That was
we
good.
are still 10
Ah,
off. And,
but you didn't do enough
we
damage on it,
almost
so
had it.
unfortunately.
Almost had it.
That was what I wasn't sure about, was whether or not we were going to pass the damage threshold.
It's all good.
and we did
Let's just pretend that we got close enough.
It's fun to pretend sometimes.
We still did get rewards for that though.
We did.
Dig a
You
hole.
did,
Dig a hole.
'cause you did destroy some stuff. That's a fun card.
Hole is filled
That's a
with
good way
land
to
after
destroy the
shooting.
board and mess with the whole field a little bit.
Yeah, you can put that right
It's a
in
good
front of like,
defensive card.
an opposing station and really screw them up for a few turns.
All right, we're heading into some.
Okay.
So
okay.
now the question
think-
is, how lucky do you feel?
Not very. So let's go ahead and hit that repair. I also see that there's a third locked option here, Joe. Do you sort of like what surprises are in store for everyone that plays the game? As they
That's
what's
unlocked,
behind this lock?
Well, it's locked right now. You have to play more of the game to find out. But it is for people who are much further along in the story. And it's actually a very useful card, a very useful option in the daily run. But
All right.
that is a different mode of gameplay altogether.
We got a lot of money going into this shop.
Oh, look at
and
that!
we have a cat head.
Enemies in
Oh,
battle
hey, there's the
have
cat head.
80% HP. Let's just go full cat.
Oh, okay, he did it without even looking at the other stuff. That's
Max
you know what?
some
I agree with
things
this. You see a
Whenever-
cat, you take it. I can't disagree with this.
Let's see what else we
That card off to the top left is pretty mighty, that circle, because of the fact that it's a super track.
Ooh.
Means
You
you
can
don't
play it
have to
over.
worry
I
about
can
being
play it over
blocked.
That's a
everything.
very good. That's very good.
13. Let's let it rip. We also have a bomb
It's on sale. It's on sale.
You gotta.
It's on sale.
We still have 26. What else can we play? It says spawns an explosive barrel on a random enemy connected on a random track connected to an enemy station. Okay.
That
Power
could
of
backfire
Heavens.
on you, but it is useful. The lightning is basically just damage, but you have no range on it, so it's very useful. Again,
It's
for
just any
a lot of-
It
any
can
tile.
hit anywhere.
Anything.
No restrictions.
For 3 minerals,
It is expensive.
it is expensive, but 10 damage anywhere is kind of crazy.
We got a question from chat.
And
Are
that's-
there hats that go with the kitten train?
At least one. There might be more. I mean, doesn't everything go with a cat?
It does.
Any kind of hat?
I'm not sure whether the question is
Oh.
about like whether it matches aesthetically or functionally. But
I don't know if anything matches aesthetically when you talk about the hats. They're meant to be silly and kind of over the top.
and I'm
but
still
there's at least,
very sad that we do not have a squid hat on this one, by the way.
We were so close. I think, yeah, let's grab it. I mean,
That was the correct choice.
Yeah,
See, John has gotten really good at this game.
I'm starting
over
to
this
see
last hour.
everything is making sense now, Dan.
It's all clicking, isn't it?
It
It's all
is.
coming
It's the
together.
kind of game that once you start seeing the options for it and how you play through things,
laying down the
you sink a lot of
tracks.
hours in this game.
All right, this is. Oh no.
We
the
still enjoy
sheriff.
playing it. And we've
It's
been playing it for
always
hundreds of
high
hours.
noon somewhere.
I think the sheriff may be the end of Ding Dong Doobie, our epic contestant.
Now, okay, a little bit of some beta against the sheriff here. The sheriff's got some pretty powerful cards, and the one you want to watch out for is the one that allows her to fire in a straight line and destroy everything in a line. So, think about how you would combat that with your cards.
Let's make a zigzaggy, fun little track then.
It's the sheriff. This is it. This is the real deal, chat. This is it is on, as they say, for this match.
See if we can get more minerals already. I don't know if going up that way is smart, but we do have to go down to get to her stations. Oof.
Yeah, this is an interesting board, right? You've got an easy mine that's only worth 1 up top. Then you got a 2 right near you, and also the 3, the sort of aspirational
There's a
3,
lot.
also near an outpost.
Oh, the kitty head sticker. There's a sticker that matches it.
Ah.
So there's a lot of stickers and a lot of hats in the game. I don't even remember. There's, I don't know, something like 150 of them, I think.
150. That's a lot of customization.
Man, I have to go check now. I can check the numbers and see. There was a lot.
That is a lot of stickers.
Hats and stickers, yeah.
Ooh, what's this? It says place on any free tile after 3 rounds, deal 10 damage to a 3x3 area. Ooh.
No, it's like maybe 100 stickers and hats, and then
Any free tile.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. This might be good because it does open up this pathway for us.
But it takes 3 turns.
It does take 3 turns, and I don't know if I'm gonna last that long.
I think you had the right idea earlier. Just saying.
yeah, like 150 cards and then like 100 trinkets and hats or so, and then that's just the spell cards. There's also track cards. So there's a lot of different things to unlock. You'll be seeing new stuff for quite a while.
Uh-oh.
You play against other people. Right now the game is single player only. We would love to do multiplayer, so tell all your friends to buy it and then maybe multiplayer. That'd be awesome.
Start making our way to some.
I guess you could also compete against your friends in the daily run if you wanted to, see how you fare on the leaderboards with your friends. Then that is basically a kind of direct challenge.
Yeah, the daily run changes every day based on the day name,
Yep.
but everyone gets the same seed. So you like you said, you can compete with your friends. Ooh, we had a fun card happen.
Yeah, you got
Can't play ability cards next turn.
you got put in jail.
Oof, oof.
Oh
oof,
yeah,
oof.
that's tough. That's real tough.
And thankfully,
You don't have too many ability cards in there. Only 1 in this hand. So
we can actually make our way towards her base.
okay,
Let's do that.
I like the plan.
Because at least, yeah, let's send it. Can we
Send it. Oh, you could have put the landmine down first.
Oh yeah.
That would have been the extra 10 damage. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. It's all good. You can still do it, right? Sort of, kind of.
You could maybe convince her to set it off.
Or we can relink. I like this.
Oh, if only I had another. Let's do this, so at least I
Yeah, there you go.
Don't do it on your
prevent
tracks.
some damage.
Yeah.
And let's go next.
Now you're likely to break that yourself, but yeah.
Yeah.
That is fair. Hopefully I get some bombs though.
Oh geez.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh
The
geez.
sheriff- This is gonna. Ooh.
That is a lot of damage.
That's a plus.
pumped
That'll be
into
an
that
instant
track.
death on any. I guess you know what? It doesn't matter. It's all overkill to your bases anyway.
Let's get
Yeah.
rid of that station. Let's see what we.
The sheriff doesn't know it, but they're actually helping you out right now because at 14 and 13, your places can't take a train anyway.
That's true. Although with the barricade there, you could have at least survived 1 hit.
Yeah.
That's,
I think that's good. At least now we have a path forward.
Oh, there's a path. There's always a path in Battle Train. You just have to make it.
Where's she going?
Preventing us?
Yeah, this is the prevent defense right here. Trying to save those mines from any shenanigans over from Ding Dong Doobie.
But we might have.
She ended up building a lot of the road for you.
Yeah.
And there's even a +10 with a cherry on top on the road, so it's pretty nice. Very nice.
Dodge this.
First, yeah, we did have to. Okay, I guess the +10 didn't matter, but still good. Still good.
Nice.
In fact, we're looking
Yeah.
we're looking really good now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think. Let me.
And a surprising turn of events. The sheriff is now on the defensive.
Let's start protecting up here too. Yeah, let's go.
Are you basically assuming the other base is gone?
Oh, did I? I was not paying attention there. Yep. Let's see.
She did a lot of damage there.
That was a lot. She had a lot of power tracks connected.
Yeah.
And no abilities from my end.
I don't think you care too much. You have pretty much all explosives and track.
Yeah, let's see if we can make this work. Oh. Let's see. I think a bomb is coming my way. Has to be.
You're doing great.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Trying my best. Ooh. Oh, but she locked us out.
That's okay. It was only going to do 10 anyway.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you can get yourself reconnected again, there are supply drops, which I always love.
I think I want to prevent. Let's do this because that will reconnect us here.
We're reconnecting.
Let's see if we can.
We are now reconnected. And now we're like, interesting. Okay.
Now we're.
Things are happening here.
Things are trying to. Is that enough?
You can bomb it.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then.
It'll put it down to 10, and then you just hope the next turn you get a bomb or a
You might
I
might
think
get
actually-
another bomb
Wait, I think I
with
actually.
that.
If I do this.
Okay, yeah, you're
Okay.
And this, and then yeah, because then I've connected.
You did.
Yeah.
It's actually better. So this is the game.
Because that actually is.
Nice, the top one.
Look at this. Look at the puzzling out that we just did here.
I think, connecting the tracks is probably my favorite part of the game so far. It's so much like thinking ahead, and I'm like, oh, this is chef's kiss.
Nicely done.
Ooh. I think I want to
Looks
keep.
like you got a funny mustache there.
I want to keep the kitten proud. I think the luck has actually been helping us a lot.
It probably has. We
It
just
has.
don't know it. It works in mysterious ways.
Oh, and we got another champion medal.
Yeah, you're gonna get champion medals. Plenty of champion medals to grab along the way.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly you can do more in a turn because of that because it increases your max. I mean,
Ooh,
yes,
we
you have
are-
to get those minerals, but you'll find that your max mineral is a cap that is very delicate, and you want it to be as high as possible.
2 mini games up this way. Do you want to just try for
So the
more
story node
battles?
there.
Story node. What do you think, Dan? What do you think?
I always story node for me.
Always
But-
story
but,
node?
but it's up to you. Again, you're the driver on this experience, all right?
I am the conductor.
You're driving Kitty Train 2025, the luck-based Kitty Train.
Oh, and look at this layout. Both of
This is
our
an interesting one.
Yeah, we're both on the right side of the map here.
Mr. Wall. You're fighting Mr. Wall.
Oof. How are we
Oh.
gonna do this? Huh.
This is an interesting one. With your cards, yeah, it's
Interesting indeed.
that'll work.
Quite a predicament.
Quite a predicament indeed.
I don't trust anybody called Mr. Wall.
Oh, and he is.
Oh, he's helping you out.
Is he though?
She's just like, nope, you're not accusing this ever.
Let's prevent.
Yeah, that was a good first move.
Let's lock you out a little bit. Let's do something fun. No more from there.
Okay.
Make sure the router's taken.
Yeah, it's a twist. We've now walled off Mr. Wall.
Walled him off.
Clever.
Not with an actual wall, but with a track for now.
You going for both at once? It looks like.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof,
yeah.
oof, oof.
You know, they don't like it when you do that to their stuff.
Does he have enough to actually squeeze in there? No, he doesn't.
Ooh, there's his the first of his walls.
That could have been a lot worse for you.
Very true. Very true. And remember, y'all, if you're in chat on Twitch, hashtag BattleTrain for your chance to win a copy of the game on PC or Nintendo Switch.
Oh, people get to choose?
Yes,
Cool.
they do. US residents only and on Twitch. Let's see, I think. Does this get us there fully?
Getting
Ooh, oh, it
close.
does. This is a double. So we do get to do 20 damage.
I have watched John grow from novice to professional train driver on this stream today, so I feel very, very, very
It's
happy
all
for that.
thanks to you and Joe, you know. You guys leading
Not to
me.
mention, this is. Oh, go ahead.
No, just, just saying thanks to both of you guys, experts
Oh.
in the title.
This is all with you playing in streamer mode too, and I kind of feel like when you're streaming a gameplay, your ability to make critical decisions always drops by a few IQ.
It definitely does.
At least for me.
It more than a few points for me.
Yeah, it's like suddenly obvious moves will be gone, or you won't notice them, or yeah. So I think you're doing great.
Okay.
But again, that's coming from someone who likes to just bomb everything and play the silly cards just because I think they're fun. So.
Somebody asked in chat, how many colors and categories of cards are there? So we've seen ability cards, we've seen track
ability
cards,
cards?
we've seen
Track cards.
explosives. There's also a type that we
Explosives?
haven't seen yet, which are deployables.
Correct. There's deployables, and then you could technically say there's also super tracks and power tracks, which are tracks with modifiers. The super tracks are the gold ones that you can place right over top of other ones, and then the power tracks are the ones with the extra damage on there. And then there's also something called obstacles, which obstacles are basically what Mr. Wall's playing against you now. A lot of walls and barricades and things that are sometimes defensive, but you can use them more offensively sometimes. Nice.
A very good.
Oh, he's
hit.
holding on there by how much was that? 4?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think I'm just a little
You're
bit
one,
off.
you're one off.
One space away. Yeah.
Can you get over to him and bomb him? Oh, you don't
I
have the mana.
will not
It seems
have
to be the
enough minerals, unfortunately. Yeah, but at least we can start extending our way over.
Yeah, you got a pretty guaranteed elimination on him next turn. However, it looks like he's out for a little bit of permanent damage before he goes.
Yep.
Mr. Wall's a vindictive guy.
And he avoided that barricade entirely. Oh, he took out one of your bases entirely too.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh no. Okay, you know what?
Well-
you can very easily live with that.
Yeah.
Just lightning him.
Oh, lightning. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just end it with via lightning. There we go.
Well done again.
We are making...
So also, someone mentioned in the chat that there's not only those different card types, but there's also they're kind of broken down into common, uncommon, and rare. So maybe luck has something to do with that.
Yeah, let's see. Reboot. I think this card is amazing.
Oh, it
Just
is.
discard your hand and just draw a card for every card you discarded.
Yep, it's the cheapness of that makes it super useful. It's kind of like let's roll again. Also, we forgot that you could check your cards for the order for what's coming next.
Yes, we do
No,
have that.
everyone always forgets to use the crystal ball.
Yes,
Believe
we have
me.
the crystal ball, so always good to take a
Very
look.
useful.
We have another story node.
Somebody, Crispy, yeah. Up there.
Well, that'd be literally everyone out there. Yeah, I'm not sure where he got that idea.
Hank, tell me those sweet, sweet numbers. How many people bask in my glory?
Oh, like all of them, mostly.
I do not like this word mostly. What news of the holdouts?
We're testing outreach programs as we speak. Cross promos, holiday specials. We're on the case.
Excellent. Have you tried immolation?
Of course. Well, we market tested the idea. No good. Great thinking, though. I like the way you think. Keep 'em coming.
Immolation is key! Reduce them to ash, and they do not count in the ratings. No mercy!
I've got to go bring on another contestant.
A bottomless thermos. That's good.
Cards never exhaust. I think someone mentioned
That's
in chat.
awesome.
It can't. I don't know if we have the deck for it, but yeah.
Not a lot of exhaust cards in our deck, but somebody did mention in chat that there was a soda named Grape Sadness on the craps
Yes.
table.
There's a lot of silly little references like that in the game.
All right, one more battle.
All right, 7 health.
We are hanging on with a snake
Oh,
bandit.
the snake.
Oh, they're fun. Snakes are fun.
The snake. I mean, you can kind of guess how the snake's gonna play.
Lots of S tracks, probably. Let's see. Oh,
A lot of minerals though
Also,
out there.
yeah.
a lot of minerals if you can figure out ways to get them, which I don't think you have the deck for, to be honest. But
We do
there are a
have.
lot
I
of
think we have
ways
the
to-
fill-in.
Oh, do you have the fill-in or do you have the
Yeah,
dig
we
a hole
do.
card? What do you
I
have?
think we have the fill-in the one, don't we? Or no, we have the dig a hole.
We have
no.
dig a
Dig a hole, yeah.
I thought we had the dump
but
truck.
actually, you can lay, if you had a really long track that was 3 pieces and were a valid placement, you would snap up one of the ones along the edge potentially if it were,
Let's see.
like something like that. If it were happening to be placed in a way that would cause a piece of it to cross over. At least at one point, we might have fixed that in a build. I can't remember.
Let's see. No, nothing there. Oof. Let's go for. Yeah, let's do that into this. Oh, but then that cuts us off from the mine.
You're gonna have to make some difficult
Yeah.
decisions here,
It's tough.
especially once the snake starts slithering around.
Yep. You got more minerals now, though.
Yes, I am able to. I think this is more important because then
I think that's the good move,
play
too.
This. That at least gives us some minerals for next turn.
Pretty
and
good. Pretty good.
Lets us extend out some more that way. Perfect.
Seems smart.
I like it.
Ooh, look at those
Yeah.
those S-shaped tracks.
Yeah.
It's gonna start winding around here.
Let's start heading towards more mines, I think, is going to be important for us. Oh, what did I accidentally press?
You accidentally triggered all
the thing that's
explosives.
Oh,
activated all
fun.
the
I went a
explosives.
little too fast there.
There were no explosives on the board, however, so we that was a
You did trigger them all, though.
you're styling on them a little bit.
You can use that
Whoopsies.
U-turn card, which is pretty hard to use, but it's free. And here you've actually got a good use for it to like connect that mine for next turn.
Yeah. I think that is good.
That card is surprisingly tricky to use, but is also free. You use it.
Made things a little easier for us as well, because now we
Yeah,
have a
look at
lot
this.
of bombs.
What do you do? We got bombs, we got tracks. What else do you need? Nothing.
Where are you going for now? Are you gonna try and hijack their tracks?
Yeah, trying to head up yonder. Does this work? No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
You have the.
But you've
the
got
tools.
bombs, so you can make
Yeah.
room.
Very true. What am I trying
You
to
probably want to get rid of their ability to get at you anyway.
Yeah.
Or does he? We've got like 5 luck, Joe. Nobody knows what it does.
We have luck for days. Oh.
I don't think it would save you from being attacked by a snake.
I don't
But,
know.
maybe.
I've seen stranger things.
Oh man, we are in a slight predicament.
Yeah, but a slight one. You get out of it. I believe.
I
got it.
believe as well. Let's head up this way.
Look at that. Look at that precise strike.
Yeah. Let's see him using that. Yeah, there. So we're
got
just
bombs,
going
too.
back and forth there. Oh well, that's all his turn was though.
Right, right.
So we are up in tempo.
Didn't
a
have
little
the
bit.
cards. Nice.
We got tracks. We got bombs. We don't have bombs. We got heavens though. Nice. Look at that train.
Yeah, that's gonna open up a path for them to go once you do that. Oh, maybe not. That's good.
And then what can we do?
That is a fine looking train, John. I gotta give you credit. You built that thing from scratch.
I'm trying my hardest, Dan. Let's see. Ooh, let's.
Well, that
let's
piece
play-
you just had would work great.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I can't
One
play.
more, one turn.
Oh,
Yeah, because we're not connected on the
turn it
not
line.
again.
connected. Yeah.
Wait, turn again. Don't try and connect to the gray tracks.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're
Yeah.
right. Ah,
Look at that.
There
look
you go.
at that.
Nice.
And he didn't play anything that turn.
Yeah, I told the luck
No,
stat.
he's waiting. Although, if he didn't play anything, he will certainly get a bomb next turn. If you don't play any cards, you get a free bomb the next turn. So
I
he's
see.
going to have
I
a
learned
tool
something
next
today.
turn
Yeah.
to help him out.
Let's keep him gated off there.
Yeah, that's actually really mean.
You know, just trying.
I like it.
You're being very aggressive with him, but that's good.
We have to. We're still one turn away from sending Train out.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think we have much there. Let's just see what he does his
Sure.
turn.
Okay.
Let's see what he's planning. Ooh.
I'm
Still.
telling you, I think you broke his
Still
brain
nothing.
with that
You might have.
configuration. I think you've outsnaked the
That's
snake.
a lot of cards,
Let's see. Can I?
or a lot of parts there, train parts. Track
Think-
parts, excuse me. Wow, it's getting late.
I have a. Okay, let's do this. Bomb that, so that's gone.
That's gone. It's done.
Let's send up
It's over.
that. Don't have to. What?
What just happened?
I don't know what happened there.
It.
That
oh,
was weird.
I thought my train was gonna. Huh. Well then.
I thought it was too. All right. So we will take a look at that one. That was
We had a
unique.
magical train that decided to fly off into the magical gem island.
Did it give us those gems though?
Interesting.
We don't know, but
We
might
got it on
have.
video though. That's great.
that train is never coming back. We know that much. But we don't know where it went. So
That was exciting.
it was very.
I've completely blocked him off. He is not attacking at all. So
Yeah, he's-
let's just
Yeah,
keep
you might have
bullying him.
actually. Oh,
He's done.
Let's keep bullying him.
Wow.
Well, let's make your stuff cost more. just ruin
I'm
his
actually
day.
surprised that he's not playing a mulligan card because you should get a bomb there. Wow, you're making this real bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just buried. Hopefully we can get a
He's
train or some
decided he's
bombs to
done.
kill that base now.
Let's see if
We're
Yeah,
not
he's
sure if
got
the
it
train
now.
can actually make it through this tunnel.
Let's see. Yeah, it worked fine this time.
It did. I don't know. I'm telling you, there was some magical teleportation device.
Well, we can take a look at it because now we see it, and it could be a situation of a combination of this map or these abilities. So that was something that we haven't seen before. But when you're talking about a game with randomized elements like this, you can end up with these situations that happen maybe once out of every million runs or something like that. And so it's
Every time a train
good that we caught it on
attacks
video.
you next turn, deal 10 damage to a random enemy outpost. That's
I actually like that one a lot, but
Yeah.
since you're so low on health, it's only pseudo useful.
yeah.
That's yeah. Auto retaliations is a lot of fun if you know how to use it.
Ooh, and we're heading into our third boss battle.
Right. And that will be the last boss battle we do because we're not going to show what happens after that on today's stream. What's beyond
Oh,
this
no?
boss. No, we're not.
Ooh, can we get another piece of kittens?
Another cat stuff. More luck. This
Look at
luck. This luck is actually probably what's causing you to survive this long. Like,
I'm
it
telling
sounds
you though,
weird,
the
but
luck
there's
is
a
the
lot of
stuff.
things
We don't
happening.
know what it. No one knows what it does. Nobody.
Oh, and look,
Nobody.
this is it's on sale too, and it's a piece that lets us refresh our train stations. So, and it's on sale,
Very
and you know
useful.
what they say when it's on sale,
Oh, that's true.
That's a
Gotta
rare
grab
When
card
it's
too.
sale, you gotta grab it.
you gotta grab it. And we have another one, same day delivery. Refresh the cooldown of all your train stations for 3 mana. So it's a
But
little
what
take
more
a look
about the
at
train
your,
parts? Oh yeah, we have a cat train. never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
We did grab the cat train. We
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, so you got 3 parts. Yeah, look at that.
We have
Almost
three.
a full
Just
cat.
need the cab, and then we'd have a full cat.
We
So-
almost completed a full cat.
So
That's
whoever
really
mentioned
rare.
the cat or the mecha in chat, thank you for giving us
and the luck wheels
Yeah.
double your luck.
double. Yeah, so we have
So we actually have like over double. We have double-digit luck right now.
yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
great on luck. So the other thing that's really interesting is that you own like the fact that you're getting the cat train this frequently is something that happens more. It's more likely to happen in your first few runs because as you play the game, you start to unlock more different train parts to drop.
Sure.
So in the very beginning, it's actually very easy or easier, not very easy, to get all of the same set. But then you're going to see it gets harder and harder and harder because the pool goes from being, like half the different train parts to, it'll double by the time you finish the game. Or triple, I can't remember exactly.
All right, who's it gonna be?
Tesla fist.
Tesla Fist.
Ooh, so we have
Mech plus luck equals Dan
96
math.
HP on the board versus our 27.
Hey, 27 is all you need.
True.
I've seen you do it with 7. 27's a bonus.
Let's make sure we grab the important. Ooh, we have a little awkward position. Well, no, let's see. Okay, it's less awkward now.
No, it's good.
Yeah, so at least we're going upwards.
You got a
Mortal
some
enemy.
mineral mine.
Yeah.
You're in good shape.
I don't like this S piece too much. Well, nah. Let's just. Does this go anywhere? It could. Cool. All right. Let's enter. Ooh, that's
The towers.
the first deployable we've seen.
Yes. It's not easy to fight against.
Oof, let's see. Let's start expanding out.
Oh, that's a good
So
strategy.
yeah, that'll be a problem later on.
And you have an awesome track.
I do, but I don't know if I have anywhere that.
Right.
Well,
That's a good spot right there.
it does cut us
Well,
off.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect you through.
If we
Connects
could
your
fill it
stations
up.
together, but it doesn't go through.
Only
Right.
our fill up came up, yeah. Maybe wait for this. No. Oh well, we'd have to go straight only. It does connect both of our tracks.
Yeah.
It's a decision.
It is a decision.
You know what they say? You know what they say, John? Life is a series of decisions.
And I've made one.
And you've just made one now.
And I've made-
Perhaps the most important one you will ever make.
And I've made.
What's the range on the barrel? Can you get the barrel anywhere closer to them?
Not very.
No, it's only your tracks. Okay,
Not any close at all. Let's see what they have for us. What are they doing? They are expanding out.
Very traditional opener. Yeah.
They
Lots
have
of,
they have a lot of minerals.
lot of minerals.
Yeah, he's got a ton of minerals.
Oh, rigged timetable.
That's could be useful.
Yeah, just not right now.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe.
Right, you got a long way to go. I mean, maybe
not
it is
that
useful.
long. I mean, we got 7
Right.
minerals. We can get there. I think maybe. No, we
well,
don't.
unfortunately, the way to do it is going to be to use that reboot card.
Yeah, reboot might be better. Let me knock this out though.
And that's going to cycle out that one card you have. Well, actually, take a look and see what the next cards in your deck are, because you could do that.
You're right. Let's see. We have Power of Heavens, Right Turn Sign, Track, Dig a Hole, and Auto Retaliation.
Not a whole lot in the way of tracks there.
You know, the worst thing is, I still think it's probably the right decision. I mean, unless you want to bomb, you can always bomb, get some damage in.
True. Bomb is good. Start doing some damage.
You could also get rid of the Tesla Tower.
Ooh, we can. Yeah, we can. Let's, because that'll put us right next to it.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
we can do that. Perfect. Now we don't even have to worry about it.
Wow, and this is going very. This is an excellent setup.
Yeah, you're set up for good stuff here. And you know, going for the far away base first is actually not bad, because then you can kind of retreat to the middle of the field and take it out next. Oh man, that's like right there.
Let's see what we can do. Want to extend out. Okay, so this will actually.
That'll work.
Oh, and then look at this.
you go.
Rigged
You
timetable.
can rig the timetable.
So now
No, you have
we
to
can do.
fight first.
Yeah, the problem is you didn't calculate that the tracks are going to blow up on these.
Oh, you're right.
So even though you can send twice,
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
it's another layer of calculation.
always got to think about that. That
bomb
explosion is
it.
always something you got to think about. And
You just like slowly pick away that one in the middle.
Yeah. You're right. Let's throw a bomb that way.
I like it. I like it, you know?
Yeah. All right.
It's looking good. You know, it started off 96-27. Now it's 27-56.
Yeah. And he hasn't expanded too far in the middle yet, but that, I think that's a lost cause.
It's got a
Yeah,
lot
that
of
one
minerals,
you're just going to
though.
have to accept is gone. So
Why did you do that?
that's probably fine, you know?
That was an interesting choice.
interesting
I don't.
decisions.
He's just throwing bombs out for fun, you know.
As he
Yeah,
does.
this
I think
could actually be, again, could be a factor of luck. Making
it is.
Very
We have
hesitant to
like
do stuff
20
to you.
luck. I think it's just actually making the opponents stupefied.
Kind of dumb.
Like, no way we could actually beat this. All right.
I think you might. I think it's your lucky day.
I'm pretty sure that's how it's working because Tesla never plays this nice against me.
Which train now?
Yeah, I have options. Let's send it up this way.
Send them both.
You're right. Oh, I'd have to rebuild, but we can send them both though. And I
Yeah.
have the option.
You have the
Yeah.
technology.
We do. Very serious technology.
I think you're gonna clear it. Now, does that take that base out entirely? Yes.
It does.
Does. And now we're like
then
one hit
bombs?
away from killing the other one.
And I think
You can bomb the other one twice. You're one square away.
you're right. Perfect.
Look at
Oh,
that.
do we want
Nice.
to set up retaliation though, in case he? Oh,
Yeah.
we can play them all.
There
Perfect.
you go.
So if he does damage,
So if he hits you, it's GG.
yeah.
You got it. This is amazing. Well done.
Nicely done. Except for that.
Oof.
We'll be all right.
Okay, he's gonna. No, he can't attack yet.
Ooh, but he did block us off, so no bombs, unfortunately. Ooh, let's see if we can extend forward.
He's pretty close.
Yeah, this is now you're kind of in a pickle here, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Huh.
The tricky part is that Tesla tower is going to destroy anything that you try and place there. You might find it's better to go up and around and go into the from the top.
True. If only I grabbed a bomb this turn. Am I grabbing one next? Oh, it's my discard
Yeah.
pile. So actually,
Yeah.
does the discard pile also, or is everything going to get re-added back to the
It gets
drop?
re-added back.
Oh,
in
it'll
the
get
drop.
shuffled in, so I
Yeah.
actually don't know if it's
We actually
shuffled in
won't
that
know
order.
the order.
That's a good
because,
question.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out.
Is there a way we can block him from coming into our? Oh, he has Teslas around both of our bases.
He does.
I like the way you're thinking about this, though. You're really like you're really getting into it, which is good. This is what people do. People start really getting into the gameplay.
I
They're like, oh,
love
huh.
roguelites and one that has a lot of like strategic board management. I think is something that we haven't seen before. So I'm having a blast playing.
Yeah, you got to. You're locked in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You love to see.
There's a lot of Advance Wars TNA too in this. I think that you probably can feel just in the way we handle the movement of the board and the core start and end your turn. And to me, it feels like players who like that would also like this.
You know, I like it. I like it.
You know,
You know-
that Tesla tower might. If there were one closer, the Tesla tower might randomly hit it.
Oh, he's picking up.
Oh, so many
lots.
gems. That's not what you want to see.
No, he doesn't know how to do anything. Again, he's lucked out, man. He's got too much luck
He
against
is?
him.
And he's gonna kill himself.
it's too
It's
much
just
luck.
that
The
easy.
mine, the
All right.
landmines. They.
We are
yeah,
not
landmines
clicking
are
on the
tough
next
for
node
them.
though.
All right.
So just so you know, that's we're gonna be calling the run here.
That was a good run.
It really
and
was.
The Tesla engine.
Let's keep the kitty.
And yeah, the luck stat, I've never seen such things. So that was very interesting to see it
That
come into
luck
play.
stat could.
It was with double
interesting.
luck
That is-
too. So we had like 20 plus luck with the flowers and the cat pieces.
That was
But-
fantastic.
But the door of
Nicely
worthiness
done.
is something for another day. We did not expect to get here actually, and we're not going to be opening the door of worthiness today. But you can do that because the game's out right now on Switch and Steam. So you could play today if you wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
go pick
could.
it up.
But yeah, that's going to end today's stream. I honestly, Dan, I didn't think I was gonna get this far.
You did great. You did amazing. And
Yeah,
also the luck
that was
stat.
a very good run.
Luck, I
very,
think,
very
now-
cool.
luck for the win. Always, I think luck is such a. It had a lot of great repercussions for us overall.
It did.
But yeah, Joe, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you hopping on, talking to us about the game, really telling us like what makes this game, special. And I do agree that this game is something that I'm going to have a lot of fun playing beyond this, because I am itching to see what the Door of Worthiness is.
There's a lot more that you haven't seen too, and it's whether it's cards or tactics or enemies. There's a lot to see. So I hope that you play more of it, and let me know what you think. I'm curious to see what you think of the rest of the story and what's beyond the Door of Worthiness.
Yeah, of course.
And thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Was there any, final things you wanted to say before we, sign off the stream?
Oh, I just want to say thanks for having me. Thanks to the chat for being so pleasant. You all are wonderful. We're very excited to see what people think of this game. It's out now. It's fun to play. We're proud of it. Please go try out Battle Train.
Yes, please try out Battle Train. And Dan, any closing remarks from you?
Yeah, go get Battle Train. Seriously.
Available now on Steam and Nintendo Switch. But yeah, that is gonna be everything from us. So thank you everyone for joining us on today's stream. Play Battle Train, see what is beyond that door of worthiness, build your own train, concoct your own deck, and get out there and let's do some explosions. That is gonna be everything from us today. Once again, I am Jonathan. This is Dan, and we had Joe on from Terrible Posture Games. Thank you everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your day.